I'm Julia Streets. I'm here with Paul Humphrey of BMLL as the CEO. Paul, my goodness, what a year it's been. Talk to us a bit about 2025.
Hi, Julia. Yeah, it's been the most awesome year, incredible year for the business. Building on that investment round we closed at the end of 2024 when Optiva came in and led that round. It was clear our clients were demanding more and more and more product from us. They'd seen the quality we could build. They wanted to know when we were adding more markets, more products, all of which requires accelerated investment. So finding the right partner for that journey was essential. And I'm a great believer that there's more money around than there is good ideas. And finding the investment wasn't simply the whole story. We had to find the right partner who understood the journey we were on. We've been speaking to Nordic Capital for over a year, and it was evident that they were the right partners to help us fuel that growth.
Amazing. And when we think about the clients there, because the clients, every time I talk to you, they're very much at the heart of the story. How have their demands on you changed that has required you to go out and build the extra capacity that you're talking about?
That's a great question. Look, clients are at the centre of our focus when we think about our products. Everything we do is client driven in that respect. Sophistication curve has been on its way up for the last 5, 6, 7 years. It's unthinkable now, going into 2026, that you can trade anything anymore unless you're an engineer of some description. A trader who can't code is unthinkable.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter in equities, futures, FX, fixed income, sophistication levels going up. When you think about what drives those systematic decisions, those quantitative decisions, a lot of that is born from deep research on historical data. And the historical data market hasn't changed in decades. It's been the exhaust of the market data industry since time immemorial, frankly, which meant clients had to do their own engineering of that data to make it completely usable, to make it machine friendly. And the more sophisticated clients, 5, 6, 7 years ago, really understood that, invested in teams of people. They wouldn't trust anyone with that normalization. As Optiva said to us, get normalization 99% right, you might as well not bother. Right. The minute we find an edge case that you haven't solved for, well, we can't trade, we can't trust the rest of the data, so we might as well do it ourselves. Right? So they would never go to the normal incumbents for normalization of data. They just wouldn't think to do that because it would never be at the standard they wanted. So the alternative is you invest in teams of people to do it for you. Now, we shortcut that. We enable those teams of brilliant people to hit the ground running and then show what they can do with the data rather than creating the data. The USP used to be owning the data. USP now is what you do with it.
Right. And when your clients are, we sort of talk about the demands of the industry constantly. I mean, we're out and about talking to clients constantly about the sophistication that you describe. So how do you see these use cases changing? What are they demanding of you that is also then holding your focus really for the next 12 months?
Multiple ways they're using the data, whether where the intelligence is fed into their algo, whether it's the intelligence they're feeding into their own TCA, whether it's the intelligence they're feeding into surveillance engines, whatever it may be. And there's tons of use cases across the sell side, the buy side, the exchanges themselves. So that's never ending. Where the demand was coming from was we want to be able to do this on quality data in more and more and more markets. And we're vendor of record across the board. We are an expensive business to get off the ground. We buy years of back history. We buy the ongoing history. We buy the right to derive that data and distribute that derived data. We then have cloud costs, storage, compute. And needless to say, I've got a team of brilliant individuals who know what they're doing with this data. Right. All of that comes at a cost before you've sold a single product to a client.
And is that equities only, or you bring other asset classes in, and how's that changing?
So now we've got 99% of global ADV when it comes to the equity markets, and a range of different products from level 3 to 2 to 1, analytical suites, and all the rest of it that goes along with that. We've proved ourselves in futures with CME, ICE and Eurex on board alongside Australia and Johannesburg, but clients are now saying, where's Japan? Where's Brazil? Where's CBOE? Where's? So they want us to add that on. The other thing we did is we added opera data, US options data, nearly 2 years ago. That is big data. Right? I mean, we onboarded 5 years of unconflated nanosecond data. That is big, right? And now we have 7 years. We turned it into a series of conflated feeds. But of course, now my clients are saying, where's the options on CME? Where's the options on ICE and other markets? And are you going to build analytics on it? And are you going to build other products on it? So the answer to all those questions is yes. And that's where we're having that big push going forward.
Yeah. So 2026, how does that year look for you, and from the point of view of your team as well?
A supercharged year of growth, simple as that. Whereas we had to be more thoughtful about adding those markets. Now we can do that at pace. We can build out our go-to-market team because we've got a fantastic partner on board. And as we think about the scale of that business and as we grow,
it's going to be an exciting year.
It's going to be an amazing time.
Paul Humphrey, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you.